Hi guys, and welcome back to our channel. My name's Alicia and this is my dog Zaya. Say hi. Please don't forget to subscribe to our channel and don't forget to click on the bell icon. That way you get notified every time we post a video. With that being said, let's get started on today's video. Today we are going to be going off of last week's video, which was the motivational A's, and today we are going to be doing the motivational B's, which there are 3 that we're going to go over to get you motivated for this week. The first B that I want to share with you for this week to get you through it, to motivate you through your week, is to be brave. And I know that's pretty easy to say, but seriously, be brave. Keep your chin up. Know that this is temporary, whether you're in isolation, whether you're just feeling uncertain, because it doesn't take isolation to make you feel that you're uncertain about something, or maybe during this time, or even not during this time, you're just feeling isolated. Just know that right now, it's temporary. The feeling that you're feeling is temporary, but you need to make sure that you are brave and keeping your chin up and knowing what your goal is and just stay on track towards it. Don't let anything get you off those rails. Making sure that you stick with it. Be brave, because there's people out there that are going to try to knock you down. There's yourself that you have to worry about that's going to knock you down. You're going to second guess things and just be brave. Know what you want and go for it. Whatever it may be. Taking that affirmation from last week that you were working on and still making sure that you're doing affirmations weekly or daily. I know that I set an affirmation for a month because I want that to be my sole focus, so that the next month I'll have a new one, or I'll just teeter on to that one and just keep going. So for example, this month I'm working on confidence, making sure that I feel confident in the week, in the month, and just sticking with that, knowing that I'm brave enough to just feel that way, be that way. I am that. So really just keep that chin up, keep that intention going, and just go for it. Be brave. The second B that I want to go over is behavior. I was an elementary teacher for about 4 years, and classroom management, behavior management was kind of like my shtick. I loved it. And reason being is because I always wanted my kids to feel safe in the classroom. I always want everyone that's around me to feel safe and to know that this is a place where they can just feel at ease, and just knowing that you are in control of your behavior. Now, as a teacher, I didn't teach kids how to behave necessarily. I gave them the tools. What I did with my kids was I made sure that they knew that they were accountable for their behavior. I was not in control of how they felt, and they were not in control of how I felt. So making sure that they are accountable for their behavior. And you as well, making sure that you are accountable for how you behave and how you act. And making sure that you have those tools to create a positive consequence. Because every behavior, every action that you do bears a consequence. Now, I feel like when people hear the word consequence, they instantly think negative. Not everything has a negative consequence. A lot of things have positive consequences too. It's just she's like tearing this apart. It's just how that behavior affects someone else or yourself. So let's take anger, for instance. You feel upset, you're angry right now. So imagine just feeling angry and how you feel this buildup of heat, and all of a sudden you're just like, and you don't know what to do. So you act out towards others, you act out towards yourself, you get frustrated, maybe you even are a little bit more aggressive than you would be, either stomping your feet or just like you're writing and it's just getting harder, or maybe you get so frustrated that you even just drop the pen and you're just so flustered. What do? Are you gonna let that emotion take control of you, take control of your day, and then affect how the rest of your day goes and the rest of your week? That's not a good mindset. You don't want to be that way. You want to have tools to change that behavior, making sure that you are accountable for them. You are accountable for them. And what I mean by that, what are the tools that you can use? Well, one that I used to use for anger was belly breathing. And I would always tell my kids, when you're starting to feel that heat coming up, I just want you to stop the situation. Even if you're in the middle of a conversation with someone, just step back. Take 3 deep breaths. Calm that body, making sure that that heat doesn't rise up and it doesn't subside, but you want to know how to deal with it. So say someone said something to you that made you really upset. Take those breaths, analyze the situation in your head, and say, that really doesn't sit well with me. Is there something else that we can do to either come to an agreement, or I need to take a minute to think about this and I'll get back to you momentarily. Making sure that you take that little space between whatever's frustrating you, think about it in a logical way, in a calm, logical way, and revisit it when you're ready. Don't ignore it though, because then that buildup will come back later. You want to make sure that you're acknowledging it, but in a healthy way. So the third one is balance, making sure that you are balancing your day out. You want to make sure that you're not solely focused on work or productivity. You want to make sure that you're taking time for yourself, for your physical and your mental health. And it can seem seemingly difficult. So what I suggest for you to create that balance, if this works for you, maybe this won't, and there's other tools that will work for you. The first one being create a to-do list in the morning. It's kind of like scheduling out your day. I usually put the most daunting things first just to get them done, and then easy things for a little bit later in the day. So making sure that you schedule that time. So for example,
I begin every morning getting out of bed and journaling right away. That way I can set my intention for the day and get any thoughts down. This includes getting my to-do list done for the day. Next, I will do my yoga and meditation practice, which lasts about an hour and a half. I will then grab some breakfast and begin my workday. During this quarantine, my hours have changed drastically, but I do try to keep to my 9 to 4 work schedule. It is important to take breaks every hour or so, whether that's going for a walk or getting up and doing some stretches. And then after work, I make sure that I take some time for myself, whether that's watching a show for an hour or reading a book or anything that brings me joy. Then I take Zaya on a long walk with my husband and we cook dinner together.
You want to make sure that you're just slicing up your day so that it's not just filled with either nothing or productivity. You don't want to be productive the entire day. The only reason why I'm saying this is because you want to take time for your mental health. It is so important. I think sometimes I get so wrapped up in work that it just consumes me. And I find myself thinking when I'm not doing something, say I'm even just reading a book for pleasure, I find myself thinking, I really should be doing something productive right now. And that can be hard. It can be hard. Really just taking that time to be with yourself or to be with others or to be with your puppy and just spend some quality time. So those are our 3 B's for today to get you through the week. Again, it's making sure that you are brave throughout your week, setting that affirmation again and just going for it, not letting anything teeter you off your railroad tracks. Also, knowing your behavior will affect others, yourself, and your week and your day. So please, just know that you're accountable for that. And then finally, creating balance. You want to make sure that you're slicing up your day and getting productive things done, as well as making sure that you're taking care of yourself and others and just spreading kindness. And together we will glow and grow. And I think that's a really beautiful thing. So I hope that you find this week's helpful motivational tips helpful and motivational. And I will see you on Wednesday for our metaphysical yoga practice.